Oh, number 6. Okay. So, this is another thing. I did not realize, but when you're traveling, a lot of people just say, oh, get an eSIM. It's so easy. And in China, so many things rely on your number, which you can't get on an eSIM. So, my advice is to turn your phone, your regular phone number, if you have a SIM card, go to the store, go to, the store in the US or whatever country you're in, turn that into an eSIM because then you can, when you come to China at the airport, you can get a regular SIM card and that will enable you to use like so many more options because again, everything is based on apps and a lot of stuff is based off of a Chinese phone number. This may not be as useful if you're only here for like a few days, but honestly, if you're traveling in a group of people, I would still just have at least one person in your party who is able to get a Chinese SIM card because again, ordering food, it or signing up for like lockers if you need to like put your luggage somewhere or getting things delivered, items online, even just getting like literally there's just so many little things that's just like, oh, you don't have a phone number. Oh. And then it's like makes the situation 10 times harder. So I recommend that. And it also protects your SIM card because, anyone can just open your phone and take your SIM card. So that way you don't have to deal with that. And it's also buying in the airport was surprisingly cheaper than buying an eSIM online. Like I was able to get like I think I paid $30 for like 160 gigabytes of data and yeah, I think that's really good. So, yeah. Number 7, make sure that you have a backup VPN. So yes, you need a VPN. I use Mulvad as my main VPN. But you want to make sure that you have a backup VPN and maybe even 2 backup VPNs, okay? I have 3 Chinese backup VPNs. But at first I was like, I don't need a VPN. I don't need a backup VPN. But when my Mulvad went down, I was so shook. I was so shook, so panicked. I was like, I have no way to reach people. I have no way to get another VPN. I don't know what to do. So really just make sure that you have another option because you do not want to be stuck in that situation. China is updating its security in that way, like all the time. And I've heard that around certain specific days, a lot of VPNs like go down or get targeted. So you just want to make sure you have another option. Like I said, I use Mulvad. I also use V1 VPN. Some people like Let's VPN. So definitely do your option and make sure that you get 2 VPNs at least. And then 8, I would make sure that your people that you love, friends, family, have a way to reach you without using a VPN. Again, just in case anything happens. So I would recommend your friends or family getting WeChat if they can. And then also, if you have iMessage, that should work as well. It works without a VPN. You could do FaceTime calls, FaceTime audio, and yeah. And then also, I would recommend, again, with setting up your WeChat beforehand, you may have to get someone to verify you. So if you get your WeChat set up beforehand, you'll be able to verify your family or friends or whoever. And if you aren't able to get verified, then you might be able to get help from the hotel. So that's why it's also good to just Alipay, you definitely need beforehand. And you need to do the passport and photo stuff beforehand. You don't need to do any other verification. But with WeChat, you may need another verification, which you can get help with in the country once you get to your hotel. And then, yeah, 9, plan time in your itinerary for being lost and confused. Again, I know this is kind of goes without saying, but like no one here speaks English. Like truly, I think I can count on one hand the amount of people that I've come into contact here that speak like enough English, and I've been here for 3 months. So and I've traveled to 8 cities, 9 cities. So it is just, it's also not even also the fact that people don't speak English, it's also that just there's people don't know how to help because they haven't experienced the problem before. You know what I mean? Like, for example, one thing that happens is in Alipay, you cannot transfer money without a Chinese bank account. There's a few things that you can't use without a Chinese bank account. So when the whole taxi fiasco was going on, which never take a taxi at the airport. Use your Alipay that you've downloaded beforehand to call a Didi, okay? The taxis will rip you off. Never take a taxi. But when that was going on and he was trying to get someone to, we were trying to like figure out the transfer money situation, they were just like, just use your card, you know? And it's like they haven't dealt with having an international card. So they could not have conceived. They're just like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what's going on, you know? So there's just things like that. Also, when we were going to some tourist attractions, you know, they'll be like, you need to sign in with this thing. And it's like, I don't have that. You know, I'm a foreigner. So, and they're just like, I don't know how to help you. So you just have to really book in the time to be sitting outside doing research and going around in circles, being lost and confused. Anytime you're doing something new, just book in like an extra 30 minutes to an hour to actually get yourself situated. If you, for example, if you do choose to order packages, which shopping on Taobao is so fun, so great, but finding the packages where they come, where they actually get delivered to is such a hassle. Like it always takes me in a new place 30 minutes at least to find the package room in which they are sent because it is not clearly labeled. So things like that. Just do not book your itinerary kind of like, we're going to do this at this hour, this at this hour, and there's like a sliver in between of time, because you will be late and it will really suck that if you will not be able to reschedule your things that you booked. And then number 10, make sure that you prepare a good mask to wear with you. You want to be able to enjoy your trip and not get sick. So a good KN95 or N95 is best. Cloth masks don't do very much at all, nor do surgical masks. I will put some links down below to where you can get some good quality masks. So that way, when you arrive, you are able to, again, just enjoy your trip and not spend it in bed and sick. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. I hope that you'll enjoy this. This will be the first part. So I did what will happen before you come to China, and then the next part will be what will happen now that you're in China, kind of like your first week and stuff. So thank you for joining. My name is Ebony. I am doing a daily posting challenge here on YouTube, and I will see you tomorrow.